and I am commentating with Viet all the way from Holland. How are you this morning, your time, Viet?
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. We have a good morning here. We have good racing over the last couple of weeks. A track with a high tire deck, long straights. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent, excellent. So we'll be getting underway shortly. Let's talk a little bit about last week while we do. I'll just try and sort out these invites for you first before we get into that. Where are we? Just bear with us, folks. I have to go through the friends lobby. You're always hard to find, Viet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's because I'm all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, great. So we're up and running. So yeah, this week we are in France, Paul Ricard circuit. So it's for me, it's a personal favourite. I do like Paul Ricard. Yeah. For some reason, it just suits my style. I think I like the big, long back straight. I'm good at driving in straight lines. So, but it's a 15-turn, 5.8 kilometre circuit. That's tonight, this morning, wherever you're watching from. But yeah, last week. So last week we were in Canada, where it was Sandeezy who took home another win. So that was his second on the trot for him in this season so far. It was Diddlick that came home in P2, and then PSI Legends in P3. Primetime Raz was P4. Silderfort, P5. Chihi Edmund, I think I've almost got his name right. Chihi Edmund, P6. Rhino P7. Sliders P8. Hervina in P9, and PHG Vengeance came home in P10, the last of the points-paying positions. So, good race last week. What did you think of the race last week, Viet?
Yeah, as we discussed last week in the drivers question, it's of course always a bit chaotic in Canada. It's a street track, 20 cars, short qualifying. It's chaotic. It was you saw it in a race, a lot of safety cars, a lot of incidents, lots of penalties. I think that would be different here, especially in quali. There's room enough to leave space. Yeah, I think we have a good track. As you said, it's your favorite. It's one of my favorites as well. As has been told by our drivers last week, both PSI Legends and Sandeezy, the podium runners from last week, they were also quite enthusiastic about this track. Yeah, it's of course boring in real life, as we know. But in sim racing, it can actually be a real good track to battle hard on, and you can have different strategies here, so it will be fun.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely a boring track in real life, and that's been reflected in the racing. But yeah, I've commentated quite a few races now on this track, and it always does seem to provide some kind of excitement. So it's sort of got a mixture of everything. It's obviously got the 1.8 kilometre Mistral straight with the chicane in the middle. It's got the fast flowing right hander of turn 10, which is signs, and then that turn 12, 13, 14, 15 complex is quite a technical little part of the circuit, as well as 3, 4, 5. So I think there's good opportunities for overtaking here, obviously up the straight and the front straight as well. Signs is always exciting coming through there. That can be an overtaking opportunity sometimes as well. So yeah, it's good for sim racing. There's lots of opportunity. So we'll have to see how it all pans out tonight. So last week, Baraka was on the pad. So obviously we all know of how high quality that man races at. So he was at a bit of a disadvantage last week. He didn't have the pad. I don't think he does this week either. I think it was going to be a few weeks before he gets his pedals back. So you can attest to that, Viet. We tried to do some sim racing the other week, and it was kind of the opposite way around for you. It was doing Assetto Corsa and trying to race with a controller versus on a game that's really designed to be raced with a wheel. How did you find it? How can you relate that to what Baraka might be feeling?
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to switch it up, and especially from wheel to a controller.
Yeah.
I think, of course, if you drive a car yourself, if you have your driver's license, it's a very natural way. Of course, a normal car has a steering wheel, so you're used to driving a car that way. So I can imagine that it's very difficult to switch from steering to a little button. I think that is a difficult part for him. But last week he seemed to be still pretty okay. So maybe he got a little bit more practice now. It's been a week, so
yeah. That's what I was.
Surprise us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He qualified 18th last week and then finished the race in 12th. Sorry, had a few issues through there as well. And I can definitely feel for him in terms of, I couldn't imagine what it would be like having to race at a high level with a controller. Would feel very foreign. So I think he did great as it was. But yeah, Sandeezy, another cracking win for him. So he's, in terms of, when you're talking about form drivers, his last last 4 races, Canada, he finished P1. Azerbaijan, he finished P1. In Monaco in round 6, he finished P3. In round 5 in Spain, he finished P3 as well. So the last 4 races, he's either finished P3 or P1. So he's in cracking form at the moment over the last 4 races. And yeah, as you pointed out, he did say on his post-race interview last week, and thanks to everyone who does the post-race interviews as well, it's always really appreciated, that he was looking forward to France. So that's a little warning shot, I guess, to the rest of his competitors, that he's going to be looking to, go well again here. So here we are.
It looks dark.
Yeah, well, it can be a little bit. I have found that even though it does look a bit overcast, then we'll see if it does rain, but it can be a bit misleading, a bit deceiving. So we'll see how it pans out. I saw that Viet, you put a message out in the Discord, so if anyone could send us the weather, that would be great. And otherwise, we're just going to have to fly by the seat of our pants.
As Baraka chooses to come out first.
And he's on the soft tyres, so I think the soft medium strategy around here is probably going to be optimum tonight. We'll have to wait and see if we have any contrarians to that. But let's say that's.
I just got the weather information.
Yep.
It will be dry all the way around.
Oh, great. All right, fantastic. So, going to be qualifying dry race.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. All right, whoever sent that through, thank you very much for being a weatherman or weather person.
I don't know his Discord name is Slew Ropo. I have no idea who that is.
I think that's Slardus.
Well, Slardus, thank you very much.
Yeah. Wheezy Weston sent me through some weather as well, so shout out to Wheezy. We'll see how he goes tonight. We've got 18, so yeah, just under a full grid again. We might have some latecomers to the session. We'll see how we go. We do have a lot of Europeans racing in this tier as well, and obviously being an Australian league, it's not on at the best of times for most Europeans. Although it's about 8 o'clock roughly in Europe at the moment, isn't it? 8, 9 o'clock in the morning?
For all of Europe, it's 9:30 now, except for the British Isles, which is an hour earlier.
There we go. All right, so you guys got nothing to complain about. So we'll see if we get any more added on as we're watching Baraka. He's on his outlap at the moment. In terms of pole times, I'd be thinking probably 127s would be enough. What do you think, Viet?
It differs. I think right now that it doesn't look like there's much grip as of now. It's not that warm. I think maybe, yeah. I think a 27 should be enough. I think it should be enough.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how we go. Baraka's going to lead them away. Track is getting relatively filled up now. If you've not joined us before, we do short qualifying here, 18 minutes. I've grown to like the 18 minutes qualifying. I used to be quite an advocate for full qualifying, but I don't mind the short. What do you see, Viet?
As we see a little Mercedes slipstream train on the straight.
Yep.
Primetime Raz giving Baraka the slipstream.
Yeah, I see that. Got that on the stream. All right. So we'll have to we'll wait for him to go around. It's going to be his first time. So in terms of qualifying performance for Baraka, he has taken at least 3 poles this season out of the last 5 races. He's scored 3 poles. He didn't race in Azerbaijan, and he was 18th in Canada last week on the controller for the first time. Let's see what sort of lap he can lay down as his first run. He's got his teammate behind him, but he goes a 1:28.7. So he looks like he's had a little bit of practice this past week. Jack Jackson goes a 1:29. Oh, I was trying to catch Crazy Kiwi.
Go up in the 27s already.
Yeah, that's a very, very quick time. 27.9. Here comes Cairns in the racing point. He goes a 1:29.1, so a nice time from him, a good start. What about Diddleick? What does he have? He is P4 with a 1:28.9. CFR Vesti, another fast guy. He goes P4 with a 1:28.6. Chihi Edmund. He's coming up the back of the circuit. I'm looking for his other teammate, Exotic. The man from America is on his outlap at the moment, so we'll get back to him shortly. This is Slatus, so he's just coming through 13 and 14 now. Here's the final last turn. Can be a bit of a tricky right-hander. Turn 15, nice and easy on the power. Opens up the DRS, heads for the line to lay down his first time. He goes a 1:29.3, so that's good enough for P8 with just under 13 minutes remaining in the session. So 5 minutes has expired from the session. I do find that these sessions go pretty quick as well. So we'll I'll do my best.
Coming up to the line. Oh,
he slows
just in front.
Right down. I'm not too sure what that was about. He just all of a sudden slowed right down. The King is slowing right down as well, so not too sure what's going on with him. Here comes Exotic. Oh, he's going to let... is that PSI Legends? Looks like. He's letting PSI Legends through. So he's yet to set a time. Now, Hervina, he's through there. Oh, that's his other teammate. Wheezy Weston, where's he? He's just coming through turn 6. So his teammates out there as well. We'll see if PSI Legends can put down a time. It's looking all right at the moment. He's got the Alfa Romeo of Exotic behind him, so he's going to set a time straight after him. PSI Legends goes a 1:29.6. Exotic goes a 1:33.8. So he looks like he's had a pretty big moment somewhere out there along the lines. So he's not been able to not submit a competitive time there. He'll definitely have to go again, is what I'm trying to say. What are your thoughts so far, Viet?
For my my thoughts so far. Our provisional pole sitter. Am I correct in stating that he is a reserve driver for the Alfa Romeo, for the AlphaTauris?
I don't know if he's a reserve, but I don't believe he's raced in this league before. So Wheezy Weston comes across the line with a 1:30.0. I've not seen him before in this league, so he could be a reserve or a new member of the league. I'm not too sure, but he's making a pretty big impression with a 1:27.9, so it's half a second faster than his closest rival, which at the moment is PHV Vengeance in the Haas, and then it's Baraka in P3, CFR Vesti P4, Sandeezy, we didn't catch him. He's in P5, Diddleick P6, Cairns in P7, Sliders P8, Hervina 9th, and Jack Jackson rounds out the top 10. So track's gone a little bit quiet. We've got just over 10 minutes left, so 8 minutes have passed through the session already. I think we've got the King Mural. He is out there on his outlap, and so is Primetime Raz and a few others as well. So we'll try and keep up with them. Where is the King? So he's just coming through turn 8 and 9, the chicane through there. Alright, we'll have to we'll keep an eye on him as well. But yeah, so it's been an interesting session so far in terms of the time set, the 28s, 29s, all the way down to P11. Then it's the first of the 130 runners, which is Wheezy, Weston and Chihir Edmund as well. So those guys definitely got more time in them. We'll see if they can improve on their times as we go on. Alright, so King Mural's just invalidated his lap, but that's alright, he's on an out lap. He's just getting ready to go. Let's see if we can pick up. Here we go, Sandeezy. Looks like he's on a quick one. So he's just started. He's just coming through. This is turn 3, so the right-hander. So the trick there is using all the curb. He's used a little bit too much curb, so he's invalidated his lap.
Oh! As the King invalidates as well on the exit of turn 2.
That's a shame for the King. So
Red Bull behind of Jack Jackson.
Looks like someone's just gone.
He's been slowing down. He's been slowed down by the King now.
Is Wheezy on a hot lap? Wheezy is on a hot lap, but he's 4/10 down on his best time. So his teammate, who's in P2 with a 28.4, that's Vengeance. He's P2 at the moment.
We missed Baraka's fast lap.
He's P3. I think we got that earlier. Cairns is out there. Is he on a fast one at the moment? I'll just check. With him, it's looking alright. Alright. So, let me... Oh, good. Okay. So, Cairns, he's coming across the line now. He's currently P7 with a 129.1. He goes to 128.9. So, he moves up into P5. So, a nice run from him. Now, the King, he's invalidated. All right, what about Primetime Raz? He's invalidated as well. So, yet to set a time. Crazy Kiwi, King Mural, Putin B. Hoppin, and Primetime Raz. 4 drivers yet to set a time currently in this session. We only have 7 minutes left as well. So, they're going to want to get a bit of a move on here to try and set a competitive time. Give themselves enough room to not generate too much pressure on themselves to have to come through in the crunch.
I'm watching CFFR Vesti right now. He's on his second lap, second run, excuse me, and he's on a medium compound of tires. So he already set a 28.8, as he's up by 2/10, down by 2/10 in the first sector. But that's logic, of course, with the harder compound of tire. When he gets a massive slipstream here from Baraka.
Yeah, it's huge. I've got him on the stream at the moment. Yep. Yeah, keep calling it, Viet. You're doing you're doing a good job, Viet. No.
Just keep staying there. It's like just as we've seen on Drive to Survive. Spoiler alert: the Bottas Max Verstappen scenario in Russia, where Bottas gave Max the slips. I don't see. Is Baraka on a hot lap himself? He invalidated.
He's invalidated.
I'm not seeing the reason why he should continue.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happening, but you're right. And the other
Vesti just okay. All right.
Right.
Then the lap was as Sandeezy bangs in the provisional pole.
Oh, he goes to 127.8. Wow. All right. The last time we were on board with him, he invalidated his lap. So we stepped away from him. Our apologies for not getting that. We've got just over 5 minutes left. This is Slardis. Slardis is in P10 with a 129.3. He goes with 128.6. So it's good enough for P6 as it stands with just over 5 minutes remaining in the session. PSI Legends, he's invalidated his lap, so he might have gone out again. Let's have a look at tyres. Vesti's gone on to the mediums.
Again?
And everyone's set their best time on the softs though. But yeah, Vesti's the only one on the mediums on a fresh set out there currently. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. King Mural said that this is the first time he's ever raced at the the Paul Ricard circuit. So it's a little bit of a reason why he's struggling. He's actually out of the session by the look of it. I'm not too sure if he's had a crash or not. Yeah, if you could, that would be awesome, Viet. Okay, just over 4 minutes left. At the moment, it's Sandeezy, the man who's been in some serious form. He's at 127.8 from Kiafas, Havina, PSI Legends, Vengeance, Slardis, Baraka, Diddalik, Vesti, and Cairns rounds out the top 10. So we're on board with Putin B. Hoppin. He's one of three drivers yet to set a time. Crazy Kiwi and Primetime Raz are the other two. King Mural's retired from the session. Did you find out why, Viet?
No.
Okay.
There's no terminal damage, so okay. I'm assuming here he just threw in the towel.
Could possibly be a connection issue. Not too sure. So we'll keep an eye on that. But for now, it's Putin B. Hoppin. He's setting his first lap time of the session, and it's a 129.4, so good enough for P11 for him in the McLaren there. I'm just trying to chase down. So I think there's so there's another Haas. It's Wheezy Weston. So he's out there. Big shout out to Wheezy. He drives in a league, an Australian league, Race on Oz, and he won his first race in that league on Tuesday night in the Pro-Am series around, where was it? It was around Zandvoort. So congrats to Wheezy. We'll see if he can bring that form over into F1. It was it was a Assetto Corsa Competizione. So well done to Wheezy for his efforts during the week. We'll see how he goes tonight as well. Bit of a different kettle of fish driving one of these rather than the Lamborghini that he normally drives. 2.5 minutes left. Crazy Kiwi still in the pits. Primetime Raz. I'm not sure if Crazy has some kind of penalty, possibly. I haven't checked the Discord. He's invalidated his lap.
Primetime Raz invalidated. He needs to shut down the engine, put it in lean, stop the ERS deployment. He has time. Just go another lap.
Yep. Go again, reset. He's still got enough time. He'll have to stay out there, though, to do it. But, yeah, he should be all right. We'll see if Wheezy can beat his time. He's a 130 flat. Ahead of him is an Alfa Romeo, but they won't get in the way of this lap and not enough to catch a tow. So we'll see if he can better it as he comes through the final turn now. Turn 15. Called Virage, I believe, is the final turn. He crosses the line with a 129.3, so nice time from Wheezy. P12. So good time from him. Are you still with me, Viet? You are, yes. I thought you might have dropped out for a second. Okay, great.
It's I'm preparing myself for this last minute of qualifying. We have almost all the drivers on track. At least the whole of the top 5 is on their outlap right now. So I'm just gonna throw it in there. Somebody is gonna improve and somebody is gonna get Sandeezy's provisional pole time.
Yeah, I was going to say Sandeezy's laid down a pretty good time. We're less than a minute to go in the session.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think we are going to see the time bettered.
No. Chiavas, he invalidated.
Oh dear. Crazy Kiwi finally out. Looks like Jack Jackson, he's on his out lap as well. So they're all getting set to go. Going to try and have to pick up the first one though. Where are we? I think, is this prime time? Raz coming around. It is. He's coming up the back straight. Chihi Edmund looks like he's dropped out. Not too sure what's happened to him. Is this Exotic? So Exotic, he's 1.6 seconds up on his best time of a 1:33. So very early in the morning for the American. So we always appreciate whoever it is making that effort to get up so early in the morning and race. It's always appreciated. So we'll see if he can improve on his time. He's on the mediums, so I'm not too sure. His best time was on the softs, but it was a very slow time of a 1:33. He's definitely going to beat that. He goes a 1:29.7, so that's good enough for P14. Primetime Raz finally sets a time. Siva Vesti's crossed the line already. Hervina's crossed the lines. Diddleix going into the pits. What about Jack Jackson? What has he got? He is currently P14 with a 1:29.4. So, yeah, Sandeezy is
Two
out
purple
there.
sectors,
Ooh.
almost coming up to the line now. I think this will be lower than faster than his original time.
It is,
Yes,
with a
it is.
1:27.5. Wow. This
A
man
good lap there.
is in some form if I've ever seen a driver. So Baraka goes a P3. So a nice drive from him. And that is going to be our grid as well. So congratulations, Sandeezy, with another pole position. Well done to him. I believe, is that his first of the season? No, it isn't. So he scored pole a couple of rounds ago. I believe that was in Azerbaijan. It was.
Yes.
So congratulations to him, Cleophas. Not too sure how you pronounce it. He's P2 and Baraka's P3. So the man is back. He's had a week to practice on his controller, and he's back better than ever. So well done to those three. What did you think of the session, Viet?
I think we've seen a lot of good times. Of course, the surprise of the AlphaTauri up there. We've not been seeing his name in this league so far, so it's a surprise, of course, that he's on the front row. Of course, Sandeezy, Baraka, Hervina, PSI Legends, the usual suspects for the top places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and maybe Diddleix and Vesti fall out a little bit. I'm used to getting Jack Jackson only P14 this session. His race pace is always good, isn't it? So
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to do something. Of course, with this lots of different tire strategies around here. 1 stops, 2 stops, in different tire compounds. It will be interesting to see what people are doing.
Yeah, I agree, especially with the Jack Jackson comments as well. So he's a very good racer. He got in a couple of scraps last week as well. So I wasn't too sure what happened with the stewards from that. But let's just have a look and we'll see what they're doing tyre-wise. So all the top 10 guys, they all started, they all set their times on the softs. It was Kent. It looks like the rest of the guys are all going mediums at this stage. We'll keep it on this screen though, so just to keep an eye on them. I see Wheezy took home P13, so Jack Jackson in P14 as well. And then it was Exotic. I'd say we'll keep an eye on Chihi Edmund as well. So I reckon he's got a chance to come back from the from the back there. And then King Mural, we saw King Mural. He went all right last week in Canada. So I think he had a couple of little scraps along the way. And Crazy Kiwi is usually a pretty good racer. So you've got the predicted strategy there. So if you're doing well, look, the soft tyres, from the session, so is Putin be hopping, so not too sure what's happened there. A bit of shenanigans. Yeah, but the softs anywhere between sort of that 7 to 9 laps on the softs. Mediums around about sort of 13 to 15 laps. And then you're looking your hards at sort of anywhere between 19 to 20 odd laps or so. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the strategy plays out.
I think setup-wise, it will be interesting as well. Of course, it's a power track, so you wanna have lots of straight line speed, but you also want to regain that ERS, and that's the most difficult thing on this track, in my opinion, because you need to set up the wings further apart from each other, so you get more ERS back when you brake. The further the wings are apart from each other, the more ERS you will gain. But that will also compromise the rear end of your car, of course. So it will be interesting to see what people chose for. Do they opt for pure straight line speed, or do they opt for being quick in the middle sector and in the technical part in the first sector? It's different. It's difficult to see. I think you can keep people at bay if you get a good exit onto the long straights.
Yep.
But yeah, it all depends on setup and on tire strategy and when people want to fight or not. I think it will be a very, very interesting race.
I think so too. I think it's going to be very interesting to see the battle, especially at the front with these guys. But then we've got a few drivers who've gone the hard tyres as well, Exotic and Crazy Kiwi, so they're starting towards the back as well. We'll have to see how they find themselves coming up the back. And then Wheezy Western and Putin be hopping, they were disqualified, so they're at the disadvantage of their tyres are going to be stone cold pretty much from now on in. As we're about to begin. So round 10, Tier 1, Season 2, FRL, 4 lights, 5 lights. We're on board with Sandeezy. Let's go racing. So held on for a long time, but everyone seemed to get a pretty good start there. It's
good start from Baraka.
Yeah,
you already take P1.
He is. He goes P1 into turn. Oh, he hits. No. Oh, Sandeezy collected. Oh, no, he's hit again. He's hit a few times. So Baraka, Baraka's been
there.
Baraka's been hit a few times. He got turned around by Sandeezy coming through turn 1, and it was just chaos after that. So there was a few guys involved in that. We've gone virtual safety car. So a terrible, terrible start for Baraka on the controller. Sandeezy looks like he had a little bit of contact with him. I'm not too sure what's happened in terms of damage to cars. It's done the weird glitching out thing on the scoreboard like it does every week. Does Sandeezy have damage? I don't think he does. No, it doesn't look like it. So we're still under virtual safety car conditions. I'm just looking at the other cars for any damage that they might have. I think Vesti has got damage. I think he hit Baraka. Like inadvertently, of course. Baraka spun in front of him. So, but it looks like
the ghosting.
Yeah.
We're back to green.
All right, we're back underway. So, looks like Vesti was a big loser out of that. But it's Sandeezy leading us away. It's Cleophas 25. He's P2. Vengeance is P3. Slardus is P4. We're almost around a full lap. We're back under racing conditions. We've done with the virtual safety car. Hopefully that's the last one that we see. So just scanning through the field. Currently looking for the close battle. So Vesti's pitted. All right. So he's had to pit through. And so is PSI. Oh, no. So they're going to have to stack. Baraka's pitted. Weasley Weston's pitted as well. So we've had 4 guys pit off after the first lap. So they've all been caught up somehow or another in that first turn incident. And they've all decided to go to the pits.
This will cost the Indian driver, PSI Legends. it will cost him a lot. If there's not more, if there's not a safety car, it will be very difficult for him to get back up front.
Well, it's not out of the question to have a safety car. We have seen, numerous safety cars throughout the season so far. I think we saw a couple last week as Exotic is looking at Cairns up the back straight. I think he might have had a little bit of contact with him at the rear. He can't quite get it done going into the first chicane up the back straight. So he's going to have to go again. But he's moved his way up into P10. Speaking of the movers and shakers, it's Jack Jackson's been the big mover. He's up 6 spots. So is Chihi Edmund. So he's up 9 positions at the moment in P7. The big losers, unfortunately, has been Hervina as Exotic tries to get the move done on Putin Bihoppen, but can't quite do it.
Again. Wheezy is off. He's out.
Oh, he's crashed. All right, I think that is just after turn 7. So he hasn't been able to take his form into this league. So he's out. We've got a couple other pitters, Vengeance and Chihi Edmund as well. I don't know if that's strategy or not. Let's see what they go to. Surely. So he's going to the mediums.
You can go double medium from now on.
Yeah, I agree. We're back under
as well.
We're back under racing. This is Putin Bihoppen. He's still battling it out with him and Exotic. This is for P8, P9. Hervina is going to try and get a little piece of the action here. So he's had a nice start so far. Hervina, I think, from memory.
Chiafos goes for the move. He's alongside. He's passed him for Sandisi for P1.
He has indeed.
Easy overtake from the Greek driver.
Yeah, so this is... I've not seen his name before. So if this is his first race in this league, what a way to make a first impression. Challenging for the lead currently. So he's P1. Sandeezy's P2. What about King Mural? He's moved up into P10. He started in P18 last, so he's had a nice start so far. Hervina, where did Hervina start? He started P4, so he's dropped. So that's... I was talking about Chihi Edmund, is who I said to look out for. P5, there we go. So he's moved up very nicely. So this is King Mural giving...
Chi and Jack both great winners into this first couple laps. The Alfa Romeo winning 11 positions and the Red Bull 8 respectively. We see Slardis seems to be getting up to the back of Sandisi and Kriafos faster than a couple of laps before, as Crazy Kiwi puts in the hard compound the fastest lap. So that shows you the tire degradation on this track. That the softs aren't able to do that now. Sandisi coming on the back straight, looks like he's saving some ERS, saving some fuel, just staying behind.
I didn't have the telemetry on. I do now though, so we can everyone watching can have a look at that. But Cleophas, he just set a fastest lap earlier before that was done. PSI Legends has just set a fastest lap with a 1:32.7. So he's down in P17 after that early incident and early pit stop. We'll see if he can fight his way back. We've still got 24 more laps to go. So plenty of time to work his way up there. Lots of strategy still to be played out, and obviously opportunity for other safety cars and everything else that happens during a race too. So we'll keep an eye on him. At the moment it's Exotic. He's in P9. He's giving chase to Hervina in the Ferrari. So he's on the soft tyres. Exotic's on the hard. He went the different option there, the different strategy. Seems to be working for him so far. He qualified P15. He's up to P9. So he's been able to take advantage of some of the action in front of him. Cairns is in front of them. So he's in P7. He qualified P11. So he's been another winner as well on those medium tyres. So we should start to see a few of the soft runners coming in the next sort of 3 or 4 laps, I believe. That we'll start to see some of the pit stop strategy playing out. But at the moment it's Sandisi, who's about 6/10 behind Cleophas in the AlphaTauri for P1, P2. Then it's Sliders, Primetime Raz, Chihi Edmund, Jack Jackson, Cairns, Hervina, Exotic, and Putin be hopping as well. So he was disqualified on the grid. He's moved up from P10 to P12 to P10. Hervina is trying to move up into P7, and he does. So nice move up the Mistral Straight there into the chicane of turn 8 and 9. So a nice move by him. He's going to give chase to Jack Jackson, who's 2.7 seconds up the road. We'll have a look here. That's his Putin be hopping. He's under pressure from Crazy Kiwi now. So Crazy Kiwi, he qualified P17. He's putting all sorts of pressure now on Putin be hopping.
Kiafos goes into the pits. The leader goes into the pits.
Yeah, I'll stay with this for now. Just keep an eye on it for us, Viet. We're just watching Putin be hopping and Crazy Kiwi battle it out through sort of 13, 14, and now 15 as well coming up. And Crazy Kiwi's able to get it done. Let us know what tyre Cleophas goes on to. It's the hard tyre, I believe. Yep. Is that right? Yep.
Yeah, it's the hard tyre. Yep.
Beautiful.
I guess he's going to the end now.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what will Sandeezy do. He'll have to respond now. He'll have to get a nice fast lap in. We'll see if he pits this lap or if he stays out a little bit longer. Those tyres still have a little bit of life. Pit lane time, 31 seconds. So it is a pretty long pit lane. Last week in Zandvoort, it was the opposite. I think it was about 16 seconds in Zandvoort.
It's very
so yeah. So quite the opposite. What's your overall thoughts so far, Vit, from a strategic and sort of overall race point of view?
I think it's still too early to call. Of course, you would think that the guys who pitted already going onto the hard compound would go to the end, unless there's a safety car, of course. For the rest of the drivers, it's still open. Cleophas can have some difficulties overtaking people because he's on that slower compound of tire, and so that can give Sandeezy room and space to do a two-stop, to just bang on those laps if he can stay in front and if he can stay in clean air. It can make such a difference, especially on this track, because of the overheating of the tires. It will make a massive difference if you're in clean air or not.
Yep. So Sandeezy's continued to go as well. So that clean air comment is completely relevant to what he's doing at the moment. So he's staying out there to keep that clean air. Sliders is behind him. So is Primetime Raz. So it was Cleophas who pitted. Let's see what the interval is to the leader. He's 21.7 seconds behind currently from the leader. So that's not a big enough gap for Sandeezy to hold his position and pit as well. So we'll have to see what he can do. This is Cleophas. He's going to take Putin be hopping. They're just coming up the Mistral Straight now. So he's got his DRS wide open. He had a little press of the ERS button as well, just enough to get past him. And he does that nice and cleanly. So he moves up into P10. I reckon Sandeezy's probably going to want to pit sooner rather than later to minimise this damage. I don't think he's going to be able to pull a gap on Cleophas to get a pit stop in his pocket at this rate.
He's coming in.
Yeah, beautiful. Keep an eye on it for us, Viet. Let us know what he goes to.
Sliders continues. Primetime Raz pits.
Sliders will take the race lead. So will my man Chihi Edmund as well. So I said keep an eye on him. I know he hasn't pitted yet, but he's out there on those 7-lap-old softs. I've got the Sandeezy pit stop now. So he goes to the hard.
Both from hard compounds.
Yeah.
Both the pitters.
So
a virtual safety car now.
Ooh,
what happened?
I'm trying to see a non-moving car. I can't see anyone out on track. Not too sure what's happened there.
Oh, Vesti gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the lane, and he left the session.
Oh dear. So maybe he was just trundling around really slow, maybe? I'm not too sure.
As we go on again, DRS has been enabled. Green flags.
Diddle Lick goes P10, so he takes Putin be hopping sort of struggling a little bit on those medium tyres. He's kind of maintained. He started P12. He's P11. So we'll see how he keeps. Yep, go for it.
In the back of Kliavas again. So that VSC helped Sandeezy minimize that the loss of the overcut. So yeah, I think Sandeezy is in a great position. 211 fresher tires than his rival. They will both go to the end. So you would say that Sandeezy has the tire advantage for the rest of this race.
Yep. So Slardis is pitting. Chihi Edmund wouldn't pit. Hervina might pit as well. We'll have to wait for him to come across the... So he keeps on going. The only other person... He's really the only other person we'd be expecting to pit now. The rest of them are either pitted or on the mediums. Or hard tyres that'll go a lot longer. So Slardis is going to drop down. He's going to come out in a massive train of cars. So he's going to lose a bunch of spots. I think he's got to come out behind Vengeance at this stage, yeah. And Baraka, he's down in P14. He's behind Slardis now after that early spin. This is Crazy Kiwi, Exotic and Can. So they've been sort of pretty close to one another for the majority of the race. Exotic driving really well so far in this race. He's moved his way up into P5, so he's up 10 spots from where he started.
DRS, and he gets P4 from Carnes.
Nice work from the American. So great to see him putting on a great show at the moment. Kansas on 8-lap-old mediums. He's still got a ways to go to get onto those softs, because that would be the best strategy for him. Oh, this is Crazy Kiwi. So Sandeezy and Kliavas are coming through some traffic now. They've got Crazy Kiwi in between them. So he's the
Kliavas and Carnes go side by side.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from Crazy Kiwi's perspective. Oh, can they touch? They touch just gently, and Sandeezy's managed to get through. So, oh, he's going to try and take Kliavas up the inside. Very opportunistic move by Sandeezy. He still might be able to do what he does, because Cairns gets involved with Kliavas. They touch.
A little touch there.
On the up the straight, so just they're going side by side into turn one. Cairns is right in front of them, so this is going to be interesting going into here.
Wide.
Oh,
no, that could only go wrong.
Oh no, Kliavas is the loser out of that. So you said it, Viet, that it was something was going to go wrong, and it was Kliavas who was the one who was on the receiving end there. So he's dropped down into P8, P7 now with him and Diddlewick. Oh no, he's gone wide as well. Does he have damage? He's retiring, I reckon. Is he going to retire?
No, he's waiting. He's waiting.
All right, so he's got damage to his front wing, to the front right hand wing end plate. That's missing, so he's going to have to pit again. So monumental event in terms of this race. This has opened it right up for Sandeezy now. It was opportunistic. They were going 3 wide. It was good hard racing. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it for the stewards to decide if they want to take that further. I didn't really see too much wrong with that, but that's my point of view and perspective. But yeah, that was pretty exciting. We're like 10 of 27.
Was a bit of Singapore 2017 vibes with the Ferrari sandwich to Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
To turn one.
Yeah, I was thinking something similar. It was almost a little repeat of 99 and Hakkinen and Schumacher going up the Camel Straight with Zonta as well. I know that was a little bit before your time, but yeah, 2017 works as well. But yeah, Cairns was the meat in the sandwich there, and he was lucky that he didn't get any misfortune from that either. But look who it is. The man I said to keep an eye on, Chihi Edmund. He's in P1. He's yet to pit. He's on those 10-lap-old mediums. But he's looking all right at the moment. He's in P1. It's Jack Jackson. Jack Jackson having a great race. You said it, Viet, that he's usually a good racer, and he has been today. So he's managed to keep himself out of all the other shenanigans going on behind him. He's P2. Exotic up into P3. Sandeezy P4. Crazy Kiwi P5. Diddlewick is in P6, but not for long, as Primetime Raz takes him up the back straight. This is coming into 8 and 9 up the Mistral Straight. So nice work by Primetime Raz. Slardus and Vengeance are battling it out in P8 and P9. And Putin B. Hoppin rounds out our top 10. Hervina and Baraka are not too far behind, so P11, P12. So that's pretty much where we sit. We're lap 11 of 27. We've had stops so far. Everyone has stopped bar Putin B. Hoppin, Crazy Kiwi, and our top 3. So Chihi, Edmund, Jack Jackson, and Exotic. But that's to be expected as they're all on the longer running tyres, the medium and the hard tyres. So we won't expect Chihi, Edmund and Jack Jackson in for a little while longer yet. Probably another, I'd say, 5 laps you reckon, Viet? 5 or 6 laps?
Oh, Diddleick left the session.
I've got him on screen. And PSI Legends has left the session as well. Sandeezy's left the session.
As well.
Maybe these are connection issues.
Yeah, I think we have a glitch going on here.
Possibly. It doesn't look... Oh, yeah, so Sandeezy's AI currently. Are you able to send them invites? Are you able to send them invites?
I don't have them in my friends list.
Ah, right. Hang on a second.
Okay, I can.
You can? Yeah, great.
Yeah,
right,
I will...
so
Diddleick is back again.
He's back again, yep.
How can I invite him?
So you just go to... if you hit the pause menu, let me do it. Invite friends. So you go pause menu, invite friends, just type in his name. Oh, he's losing positions. He's still the AI. Sandeezy is still AI currently.
Okay, Aaron is saying did all divisions just disconnect? So it's more than us.
Oh, they touched. Sandeezy's rejoined again, and Primetime just in time because Primetime Raz took him. So it might have been a bit of a glitch. Everyone's rejoined. So Diddleick and Sandeezy have joined. So we're still up and running. We're going all right here. There's no issues. Crazy Kiwi gets a 3-second time penalty. So looks like we had a little glitch, but we're back up and running. We're all good. We've got 16 runners. We've lost Vesti and Wheezy Western, but other than that, we've got everyone still. Yet to pit though is Chihi, Edmund, Exotic, and Crazy Kiwi. So the top 3 guys. We'll be expecting Chihi, Edmund in a little while, another 3 or 4 laps, I would think, at least. He'd probably want to get to about lap 19. I would say, or between 17 to 19, depending on how far he wants to go. Now, the timing is not working at the moment, so that's making it a little bit hard to call it. But it looks like it's Chihi Edmund and his Alfa Romeo teammate, P1, P2, doing all right. Now, Primetime... there we go. So, Chihi Edmund's coming in. We've got penalties to Crazy Kiwi, Vengeance, Havina, and King Mural. They're the only 4, thankfully, last week in Canada, where pretty much everyone got it. Let's see what Chihi Edmund goes. He'll have to go to the hards for sure. Surely he goes to the hards. He does. Yep. All right. So that means Exotic, the American, is in the lead in the other Alfa Romeo. Where will Chihi Edmund come out? Probably behind Diddleick in 9th position, I would think, just in front of Jack Jackson.
In front of Vengeance.
There we go. So
right at the back of Slardus. Vengeance gets side by side. Will we be able to get him? No, he won't. Edmund, just too much speed.
Wow, that's worked out great for him. P6.
Yeah, he's in a very good position.
Yeah, he is looking fantastic right now. So, not one to toot my own horn normally, but I did call it. I said, let's keep an eye on him. Long way to go, lap 14 of 27, so we're just over halfway, but the Alfa Romeo driver definitely looking good. Sandeezy is the other one that we'll keep an eye on as well. Now, that leaves, we've got Crazy Kiwi and Exotic are all yet to pit. So that's the other one. That's the situation at the moment. So everyone's pitted. bar Exotic and Crazy Kiwi. Crazy Kiwi's got, he hasn't got that much of a, sorry, Exotic doesn't have a massive lead. He's going to come out, where would he, he's probably going to end up about P12 as it stands currently. So I'd say, what would he want to do? Go onto the mediums. If he goes onto the mediums now, he'd get home on them. I would go
onto the softs. I would continue going to the softs.
Okay. I'm just thinking, he's going to get gobbled up pretty quickly as Primetime Raz is going to have a look up the outside of turn 1. He'll have the inside run. Oh, he rides that curve pretty hard there. So good racing between these two. So Exotic's able to fend him off. Exotic has 14-lap-old hards. Primetime Raz has 7-lap-old hards. So definitely a difference in the tyre wear there between the two. In the meantime, Sandeezy's just creeping up closer and closer to these two at the front. So he'll be just licking his lips on those. He has 7-lap-old hards as well. So he'll be wanting to take advantage of anything that happens between these two. As Primetime Raz goes up the outside again now. This is turn 8 and 9, the chicane up the middle of the Mistral Straight. He's able to get that done. So nice driving from Primetime Raz in the Mercedes. He takes the lead and drops Exotic down into P2 with Sandeezy giving chase. And we see Chihi Edmund and Slardis in the background in P4 and P5. So those two guys will want to start working on closing the gap to these two at the front, because Exotic still needs to pit. So essentially the net lead is Primetime Raz. He's on the right strategy currently, so he's on the optimal strategy. So is Sandeezy and Chihi Edmund, especially Chihi Edmund and Slardis as well. So PHV Vengeance is rejoined by the look of it. So we had a little glitch there, but we're all up and running. That's just online racing for you. Okay, so 11 laps still to go. Sandeezy, will keep an eye on him now. Havina pits. He would go to, I'd say, he's probably going to go to the softs, I reckon.
Pits?
I believe so. Oh, no. So it was Vengeance.
Baraka. And Baraka as well.
And Baraka pits goes on to the mediums. So they're down in P12, P13.
As Kliavas has made his way back up to the top 10.
Sorry to cut you off. Sandeezy's putting the move up. Yep. Exotic for P2. That's into the same position he lost P1 earlier. Exotic. So pretty easy move in the end for Sandeezy. So he goes into P2. He's going to give chase to Primetime Raz. And Chihi Edmund and Slardis are still inching closer to Exotic. This is going to be, when does he decide to pit? Is he going to go to the softs or the hards? He's almost in that soft zone. Another couple of laps and he'll be there. He'll be able to get rid of those hard tyres and get onto the faster soft. So back to you, Vit. What were you were talking about Kliafis before I cut you off there?
Yeah, he's really rapid. He's closing up everybody behind him. Oh, Diddlick just overtook him as they go side by side into the fast right-hander. As Kliafas hold it down the inside, Diddlick wants to keep it on the outside. He does. Gives him the inside for the left-hander here. Still side by side. They're both on that fresh medium tires, but Diddlick's tires are a little bit newer. See an under and over now from the Ferrari.
Yeah, he ran a little bit deep.
Oh, a little block on the apex. As Diddlick now chooses the outside for turn 1, which of course gives you the inside for turn 2. Will it be enough? It looks like it. Kliafas gives up that position, falls back into P11. But they're both on that medium stint, so battling it isn't in their... it doesn't favor anybody now. They just need to move on, help each other. And get rid of that hard runners in front, starting with the racing point of Carnes. We'll see how fast Diddlick can close that gap. It seemed like pretty quick. As Vengeance left the session again, I think he has some connection issues.
So it looks like we've got some action at the front though. So Sandeezy is starting to close down Primetime Raz. It's just over 4/10 the gap between the two. Exotic's still yet to pit. So he's going to have to go another couple of laps, at least one more lap anyway, to jump onto those softs. So Sandeezy and Primetime Raz, they don't need to pit again. They're going to be able to go to the end on these hard tyres. So this is a race for the lead between these two. Just trying to have a look at Primetime Raz. The best he's finished so far this season is second twice. Once in round 1 in Australia and once in round 3 in China. He did finish P3 in Azerbaijan a couple of weeks ago, and he didn't race.
Oh no, Sandeezy almost spun. He lost it on the exit. Real tank slapper there. He's able to hold it.
So he's going alright. His Primetime Raz is weaving around trying to break the toes. Baraka goes fastest time. Jack Jackson gets a 3-second time penalty. Sandeezy closes right up on Primetime Raz there through 8 and 9. So the chicane up the Mistral Straight. Putin B. Hopping gets a time penalty. So yes, Primetime Raz trying to break the toe of Sandeezy, but Sandeezy's having none of it. He's like, no, I'm going to stay right as close as I can in your slipstream to take advantage of that as much as I can, as he follows him through turn 11, now turn 12. So closing right up again. So I don't know if he's got a braking, some sort of a braking advantage there, or just the different lines, or not too sure, but this is nice and close. This is what we like. This is for the lead. This is P1, P2. Less than half a second between them. We've got 9 laps to go in this round 9, season 2, tier 1. This is FRL. Thanks for joining us, whether you're live or on replay. Thanks for watching on the CCR network. My name is Nick. You are also listening to Viet, my Dutch compatriot, who's commentating with me tonight. Hope you're enjoying the action, and we're in for a good 8 laps left of this one in Paul Ricard. Alright, so just having a look.
Exotic tires must feel terrible now that 18 lap old hards. They can't feel nice.
Sandeezy gets it done up the outside again, so nice work into 8 and 9. We've seen a few drivers overtake through there in this race so far, and that's just another one to the list. King Mural gets the 3-second time penalty. So Sandeezy looking to make it 3 wins in a row. He's in P1, which is the best position to do it. So he's had a pretty intense race. He's had a lot of action with him and Baraka. Then it was him and Clearphas. But he's been the one to come out on top. And he's leading so far.
That is the king. The king has spun it around.
He has. That's turn 7 by the look of it. He's going through there. So he's on 14 lap old hard tyres. Wouldn't be feeling very nice. And finally, Exotic's pitted. Alright, where's he going to come out? So I reckon...
Yeah, I will go out on the softs. 7 laps on the softs.
But where's he going to shake out, though? That's the thing. Probably P9. In front of Clearphas.
Clearphas and Diddle,
yeah.
As we have a safety car, a full-on safety car is the king DNF.
Clearphas is pitted. So Clearphas goes into the pit. This is perfect for Exotic. This is perfect for
Exotic.
Yeah. So absolute stroke of luck. Where's everyone else? So Sandeezy is
I think
there.
Everybody's gonna pit.
Yeah, well he's still at the start of the lap. So it's just coming through turn 7. It's him, Primetime Raz, and Chihi Edmund as well, all really close together. Slatus is not far behind them. I'd say, and they can go onto the softs. I reckon we're going to have a flurry of activity here. The 2 Alfa Romeo guys, they're okay. McLaren should be alright as well. Yeah, so Putin's in the pits now. Just thinking of double stacking.
What is happening with PSI Legends? Look at it.
Is it sort of glitching out? I'm not too sure what's happened to him.
He's out of the pits.
Yeah.
He was transporting between the main straight and the pits.
Okay, and I'm just looking at possible double stacking scenarios. Jack Jackson will want to pit. He's on 7 lap old hards. Crazy Kiwi is on 5-lap-old medium, so he's probably going to want to pit again.
Primetime Rest comes in, Chihi Metman comes in,
they're all going to come in.
Comes in.
Jack Jackson
continues.
Jack Jackson's going to risk it. Jack Jackson's going to try and do this.
Oh, no.
Oh, what about Crazy?
Got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the lane.
Is Crazy going to pit now, so he won't have to double stack?
No, he won't. He continues as well.
So that's going to be a Red Bull almost 1-2. But Slardis, that's an absolute kick in the guts. A 5-second time penalty. We see it all the time, though. It's just one of those things. You got to be super careful. Just that little bit harder on the brake. So Exotic, he comes out P7. He's just behind his teammate Chihi Edmund. So good result for Exotic. He started P15. We've mapped his progress pretty closely. So we've done with Chihi Edmund as well. He's in P6. He started down P16. So those two have had a great race.
I'm feeling very sorry for Cleophas right now. He is behind the disconnected car of PHC Vengeance, which he can't overtake, of course, during the safety car. So he has to wait on that AI as well as Dillik. I am expecting Carnes, Baraka and Pudding to catch up as well before they even connect with the rest of the group. Yeah.
Well, we're definitely going to go at least one more lap of the safety car because they've just where the sector 3 start line is. That's where they all need to be bunched up before then for the safety car to go out. The lights on the safety car to go out, and that's definitely not happened. So who are we waiting on? PSI Legends is right at the back. So is Putin Hoppin in the McLaren. They're coming up the Mistral Straight as we speak. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they can catch up in time and we will go racing at the end of this lap. Sorry, at the end of the next lap. So safety car needs to do one more, but I reckon we will. It's going to be a five-lap sprint to the finish. Can Jack Jackson do this? I think he can. I've seen him race. I've raced against him. I've watched him race numerous times. He definitely has the speed, the talent to do it. I think it's a very, very bold gamble, but you got to be in it to win it. It's high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah, that is very true. He needs to be, of course, he can be overtaken once, but before he gets off the podium, he needs to be overtaken 3 times, which will all cost time for everybody in the line. Oh no, it's Cleophas get his 5-second penalty for the collision with
Vengeance.
It's frustrating for him. I can imagine being stuck behind a retired car. AI drives a little bit different than most people, so we'll see if he'll fight it in after the race with the stewards.
Yeah, so we will definitely go racing at the end of this lap. Now, Jack Jackson, he's on 9-lap-old hards. Hervina's on 12-lap-old hards. Crazy Kiwi's on 7-lap-old mediums. The guys behind him, Sandeezy, Primetime Raz, Chihi Edmund, Exotic, Slardis, they've all got fresh softs. Slardis has the 5-second time penalty. Vengeance, he's in the he's AI at the moment, so we'll kind of scrap him out. Cleophas has had a great start, but he's in P10, so he's just copped a time penalty as well for a collision with Vengeance, so we'd scrap him.
Almost fun.
Diddlick, he's on fresh softs as well in P11. Cairns is on the fresh softs. So is Baraka, so is Putin Hoppin. So safety car definitely going in this lap, which is fantastic. We're going to have a 5-lap sprint to the end. These guys at the front, Jack Jackson's going to try and keep as much heat in those tyres as possible, backing them right up. He's essentially the safety car.
Slardis again.
Severe collision between him and... again. In fairness, Jack Jackson's backed them right up. He's going extremely slowly. I'm not too sure if they were ready for that. He's coming through turn 11 now. So still a fair way to go on this lap. The pack is extremely condensed. This has got collisions written all over it. It's going to be a 5-lap scrap. I think we've seen enough of this league to... I think we've seen this episode before. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we get a clean restart. Everyone makes it through turn 1, 2, 3. It looks like Jack Jackson's bolted. So as he comes around the final turn now, Sandeezy's right in there with Crazy Kiwi as well. Clearfus gets a 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pits.
Yeah.
So we're back underway.
Retiring.
Jack Jackson's leading them away. Crazy Kiwi's got to come under attack straight away from Sandeezy. So Sandeezy on those fresh softs. He's got to try and get past Crazy Kiwi as soon as he can. He's looking to do that into turn 3. So he does do that. Primetime Raz will want to do the same. And he does. So Crazy Kiwi's dropped down 2 positions. Sandeezy, Primetime Raz, they've both moved up. Chihi Edmund and Exotic.
Nina gets eaten up right now, even before, almost on the exit of that turn. Sandeezy is going to move into P2. No.
Ooh.
His Ferrari seems very rapid.
Oh, he sends it and he sticks it. So Sandeezy is able to get that move done. He moves up into P2. Primetime Raz now is all over Hervina as well with those older hard tyres. Gets the traction off the out of the corner. He has to go pretty wide on the curbs. Can't quite get past him. Yep. So they touch. Neither of them spin around, so that's all right. They still go side by side. This is through turn 12.
Yes, they touch again.
And it's Exotic's in there as well. So is Chihi Edmund. Slardus has dropped down. Oh, this is Chihi. Oh, Chihi Edmund and Hervina banging wheels. Exotic's going to try and take advantage out of this. Here he goes up the front straight. So he's going to move into P4. He does. So Chihi Edmund's going to have another go at Hervina into turn 1. He's got the inside line. Do they touch? Doesn't look like it. At the front though, still Jack Jackson. Just keeping an eye on the front. We only got 3 laps left. Jack Jackson's still going all right. Hervina's getting gobbled up by everyone. He's going backwards rapidly. Jack, we've had a change of the lead. So he's dropped down into P3. Sandeezy and Primetime Raz have both gotten through. So Jack Jackson's going to have the DRS. No, he's got the ERS.
Backside here. Will it be enough for Sandeezy?
Can he get?
Is he going to send it? He's not going to send it. Oh, as they touch with the Mercedes on the outside.
He touched with Primetime Race, who's received a 3-second time penalty as well. So
we have the yellow in sector 2, which is a Haas.
Jack Jackson and Primetime Raz racing very hard against each other right now. As they come through, this is turn 11. This is an absolute ding-dong battle right now between these two. In the meantime, Sandeezy
and Chihi Metman joined the party for P2. Exotic seems to be looking for that gap to Primetime Raz around the outside. No, he doesn't.
So
will he get an under and over here?
So this is
won't. He parks on the apex. Excuse me, Nick. Go on.
Sorry. No, go for it. Keep on going.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Primetime Raz has the 3-second time penalty, as does Jack Jackson. Exotic doesn't. So Exotic could go P2. After starting down in P15, he could go P2. Chihi Edmund could finish in P3. So
another yellow.
Exotic just got a time penalty. Exotic just got a time penalty. That's all right though. He's going to have to do it on the track. Sandeezy skipped away. He's 2.2 seconds ahead. It's going to be a scrap for P2 and 3. The last 2 spots on the podium. It's going to be between Jack Jackson, Primetime Raz, Exotic, and Chihi Edmund as well. Slardus is out of it. He's got a 5-second time penalty.
No. I think the lobby, there's something wrong with the lobby. The yellow flags, it's stopping people from overtaking, I guess. You can't overtake during yellow.
Oh, no. We've got 2 laps left. What's going on? It's a full course yellow.
No, it's not a safety car. It's
a yellow flags everywhere. Yeah.
As Jack Jackson looks around the inside of the Primetime Raz, looks around the outside, and Jack Jackson, he's still making that hard tires work, which is absolutely phenomenal from the Red Bull driver to just. Oh no, Primetime Raz sends it down the inside.
Exotic was getting in there as well, so has Chihi Edmund. But Primetime Raz has gotten out of that scot-free. He's left a trail of destruction behind him. Pretty much to Chihi Edmund and Exotic going at it. Side by side into turn 1. Oh,
no, they touched.
All three of them hit. And look at Slardus in there as well. Oh,
Prime
no.
Time Rest, a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That's what I meant with the overtaking.
Yeah. Oh, no, Slardus had turned around. Slardus, there's a big hit. That was Hervina. This is going to be a full course. This is going to be a safety car. This is going to be a
with
safety.
1 lap to go.
Well, Hervina absolutely smashed right into Slardus there. Well, this is absolutely chaos everywhere. What an absolute hectic end to this. We've still got the sector 1, 2, and 3 yellow flags as well. I don't know what's happened there.
You can't leave. You can't leave if you have an accident and you leave during yellow flags. This can happen.
All right. So Primetime Race has got 8 seconds of penalties. Jack Jackson's got 3 seconds. Chihi Edmund
blocks Chihi Edmund there.
All right. Just. Alright, I'm going to keep it on the penalties for now. Alright, so lap 26 to 27. I don't know what's going to happen with this one. Sandeezy's in P1 currently. He's skipped away. Primetime Raz is 4 seconds behind him. Then it's Jack Jackson. Chihi Edmund is going to try and battle it out as hard as he can. He's come from P16 on the grid. He's trying to get the final podium place as he goes up the outside of Jack Jackson into turn 1. It is a bit of the long way around, but he's got to have the inside for turn 2. Nicely done by Chihi Edmund. So he moves into P3. Jack Jackson can't. Well, he's trying.
What happened? Exotic went wide. He's all the way back. It's now in P7.
Chihi Edmund got a 5-second time penalty as well. This is just this is a disaster now. This is. Oh, and who was that? That was PSI Legends getting involved with Putin B Hop, and this race has just absolutely gone nuts in the last. After that safety car, it's just it's gone off the rails. It's
yes.
Chihi Edmund got that penalty, but he shouldn't be penalised for that. That's a glitch of the game. Whoever's doing the stewards after this game, oh my goodness gracious, you are going to have. Yeah. You'll be definitely watching the stream quite a few times. Baraka is moving up past Diddleick. They touch through turn 11. This race has just been chaos from the get-go. It was a safety car on turn 1 of lap 1, and it's just been crazy ever since.
As Sandeezy comes up to the line to take his 3rd victory in a row. Congratulations to the Australian driver in the Williams. Primetime Raz takes on
P2.
Provisional 2nd.
Chihi Edmund P3. Primetime Raz moves that. We're just going to have to wait. Oh, Baraka is on there. This is. We're just going to have to. This is. I don't know. I do know Sandeezy's P1. But
yes.
I don't know what happened with everyone else. So, look, the way it's shaked out, Sandeezy P1, Jack Jackson P2, Baraka, Diddleick in P4, Primetime Raz, Chihi Edmund P6, Cairns in P7, Exotic in P8. We'll go through the rest of them. That was intense. That was hectic. That just, wow.
Yeah, because of that full course yellow in the end, it gives that little bit of extra, how do you say that, we don't know what's going on, we don't know what's happening. It's always fun when this kind of things happen. Of course not for the drivers. I think this will be something which will be discussed afterwards. Have seen it before. You can do something about it. You just don't leave the actual lobby before everything's back to green. So I think that will be wise to
stick around. Yeah.
Stick around and to let them know. Yeah.
So it's Exotic in P8, Putin be hopping in P9, Vengeance in P10. So Slardus, Crazy Kiwi, P11, 12, Hervina, Clearfus, PSI Legends, King Mural, CFR Vesti. So let's see if we can get Sandeezy on the line. I think we might even be able to get Jack Jackson on the line as well. And I don't know if we can get Baraka, but we'll try. We'll do our best. to get him as well. Did you want to organise that vid, or do you want me to do it? I'll do it. I can do it. I'll give it a go.
See if I can,
That's alright. I've got them as friends, I believe. Alright, so this will be... whew, that was a good one. That was pretty intense. Where are we? Jack Jackson. Oh, no, Jack Jackson and Sandeezy. Alright. We'll invite those two. I don't know if Baraka has a... I don't know if he has a microphone or not. I know that he is Spanish as well, so I'm not too sure if he speaks both Spanish and English either. So maybe we'll have to find out through the Discord. But we'll wait for Sandeezy and Jack Jackson to get on the line, and we'll get it from their point of view. But my goodness gracious, I can't really remember a race as chaotic as that from the get-go. It was just... it was manic right from turn one. We had the safety car pretty much straight away. I've invited them, so we'll wait for them. Obviously, it's not compulsory that you join, but here we go. So we've got one. We've got Sandeezy, my man. This is what, the third week in a row that we've spoken.
It's 3 times.
Woo! Wow.
3 times the charm, you know what they say.
Dude, that was chaos from the get-go. Walk us through it. So, pole position. So, you had no troubles there. What happened? Turn 1, lap 1, Baraka. Walk us through it.
Yeah, Baraka got a really good start, and I went on the outside, and on my screen we had no contact.
Okay, so he's...
And then, I looked when we went out of the corner, and he wasn't there, so I go, well... I saw him spinning, I was like, well, there must have been a bit of a lag issue there, because I didn't touch on my screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were 3 wide, so it is possible that you were on the outside, if I remember correctly. Baraka was in the middle, and then there was somebody on the left.
I think it might have been a
Baraka and
Ferrari
the one
or
on the left
something,
had contact.
Yeah.
But yeah, in quali it was looking like it was gonna be a Williams Sandeezy day here. But then all of a sudden you had that quick AlphaTauri on your back.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the driver? Because we discussed it. We haven't seen him in this division so far, and he was looking like he could challenge you for the win today.
Yeah, I have no idea who the guy was. He was bloody quick though. I think he was sort of using a lot of the ERS to try and pass me.
Yeah.
And so eventually I just said, you know, he can have it, I'll just follow. Because it was quite laggy on my screen, so I didn't want to go wheel to wheel, so I just let him have it, and then I thought over the race I would outpace him.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Unfortunately we had that incident in turn 1 when he made it 3 wide with me cans, and I think he spun as a result of that.
Yeah, right.
He did.
Yeah, because I can't recall seeing Cleophas at all in any of the previous races. So
I believe him to be new.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And how did you?
It certainly looks like he can match your pace. Of course, we don't know how much ERS or fuel you guys both saved stuck behind each other, but it was looking like it was going to be a race-long battle, which unfortunately it didn't become because of that unfortunate spin. Then we have that safety car late in the race. Your P1, you decide to box for that soft tire. Was there any doubt on pitting?
No, not a chance. With old hards versus new softs, I didn't care how far behind I was.
You were just going to back yourself in and go for it.
Yeah, and anyone who stayed out, as you saw, I was easily be able to pass them. And unfortunately, I think we had another lag incident with Jack Jackson. I was behind him going into turn 5, and it looked like I punted him through a lag, but on my screen I didn't touch him.
Well, he's on the he's in the party now. You're in the party, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your version of events there that Sandeezy just covered off?
Yeah, well, pretty much what he said. I thought he hit me off.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought he was gonna give me the position back for a second because I got past the Mercedes down the straight.
Yep.
But then he went on with it. But like, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a 5-second penalty, he still won the race. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And that after that safety car, the lobby went yellow sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. So it's I don't know what's going to happen with it after the stewards and everything else and all that sort of stuff. But
I don't even know where I finished. I don't think I finished on the podium. I probably finished 5th. I actually don't know.
Yeah, well, it was looking like
because of that penalties. Yeah,
it was looking it was looking good for Chihi Edmund to finish on the podium there. Exotic was going to have it was going to be out of probably Exotic, Chihi Edmund, and who was the other one? Help me out here.
Baraka.
And Baraka, yeah. So no, it was someone else. I can't remember. Just that whole yellow flags in sector 1, sector 2 kind of just destroyed it for everyone. So it's going to be an effort for the stewards to sort it out.
Yeah, I don't know
Mr.
about you guys,
Jackson.
but I also had to disconnect in the middle of the race.
Yeah, we saw that as well. We're trying to get you back into the lobby there.
Yeah, lucky I had Wheezy to get me back in.
Yep. All right, we'll have to...
Jack,
Yeah.
we just heard Sandeezy telling us that there was not a single doubt of him boxing for that fresh softs.
Yeah.
Why did you continue rocking that hard compound?
So there was going to be about 5 laps of green racing, and everyone ahead of me pitted. So it was like, do I do the rest of? I was pretty slow. I don't know. I qualified 14th, and that was probably pretty genuine pace actually. So like I took a chance at. It was either going to finish 5th by putting the same tyre as everyone else, or maybe get a podium doing that. So I was hoping that the guys in 2nd and 3rd would hold him off for a bit longer, but they couldn't. So
it was a gutsy decision to do that. Sandeezy, if you want to go, mate, you can go. Where we can keep on going with Jack. I think we're almost finished here anyway.
Yeah, cheers, boys. I'll see you next week.
We enjoyed the race. Good victory from your part again. Looking forward to that 4th consecutive win next week.
Yeah, we'll have a
good
chat
luck
next week.
with practicing, and we'll see you on track.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks.
Cheers.
So Jack, just one quick one before we go. So you qualified P14, had a pretty eventful race. And you stayed out to the end there. Just in terms of the overall, like your overall feeling afterwards, how you're feeling about it all. You've won twice already in this league as well. Was there any notable battles that you saw in there? And I guess what are your final thoughts on the race?
So it was really slow in qualifying, and then got a good start actually. I think I went to like 8th in the first lap. A bit of carnage in turn 1, I guess, but made a really good start anyway. But no real notable battles. I pretty much ran for 20 laps in clean air, so didn't battle anybody.
Okay.
Until the end. So it was pretty much 20 laps of clean air.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Well, any thoughts on next week's race from your part?
I don't know. What is next week's race? I don't remember.
It is Austria.
Austria, a track that I don't like the track, but for some reason I'm faster on there. But I've got a brake pedal set, so that's why I've been slow over the last 2 races.
Oh yeah, what setup are you running?
Just a load cell on the Thrustmaster.
Oh yeah, I've got them as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're good. I'm just not used to them yet, so I've probably lost on half a second.
What color spring do you have on the brake pedal?
The red one.
Oh yeah, I was soft. I used the white one. my legs aren't strong enough.
Yeah, I couldn't really press it.
Yeah.
Until a bit of practice.
You gotta give it a bit, and you have to really you gotta work that leg out. It takes a little while to get the proper strength into it as well. So you'll only get faster from here.
Yeah, well, hoping to see some extra pace from you next week. I think that was it for today.
Yeah.
Good race, lots of
so
action.
we'll let you go, Jack. We'll do our quick little wrap up. But thanks for joining us. Congratulations. Good luck for next week.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we'll see you next week on track. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, yeah. So let's do our little wrap up here. Veer. What were your final thoughts on the race?
I think we can sum it up with the same word as Canada last week. Chaos. But it's good fun. It makes it exciting. Of course, the in-game glitches it doesn't benefit anyone. So that's a bit of a shame that happens. But of course, that chaos and that will to win, everybody giving it their all, it just gives very exciting racing.
Yeah.
And every race, people get to know each other better, get to know their limits. So I think it will only get better in the next races.
Yeah.
It can only get better.
I agree. Everyone getting to know each other and racing with each other week on week. So my final thoughts were it was chaos. It was chaos from the beginning and pretty much all the way through. It was definitely exciting racing, and we did mention it earlier in the broadcast as well that it's a pretty boring circuit in real life, but come online it comes alive, and we had another cracker tonight. So so thanks for everyone for joining us and watching. This has been FRL Tier 1. This has been round 9 in France. My name is Nick. I was joined by Vit tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. See us next week in Austria as well, where we'll continue with this championship. Until then, take care of yourself, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.